Hi, I'm the OMB, which stands for Office of Management and Budget. But before we get to me, let me introduce you to the CBO. This is the CBO.
I'm the Congressional Budgetary Office. We do nonpartisan financial calculations which help those who write the budget, like the OMB.
Yep, I write the budget, and then once I write it, it gets sent to the president to approve it before it gets sent to Congress.
Monetary versus fiscal policy. All right, so monetary policy is done by the Fed, and it's non-political, and it controls the money supply by saying the interest rates that banks have to charge or how much money they have to keep in their vault. But fiscal policy is done by the government, and it's taxing and spending, and it's pretty darn political. Right, so tax brackets. The way that they work for the income taxes is that if you make less than $100,000, then all of your income is taxed at this 1%. Let's call it like 4%. But if you make between, these are just hypothetical numbers, but like say you make $250,000, then the first $100,000 of your money is going to be taxed at this percentage, but everything past $100,000 is going to be taxed up to this percentage until you hit $500,000. Once you hit $500,000, then all the way up until like a little over $2 million, it's going to be taxed at this percentage, like 26%. But once you hit a little over 17 million, it's going to be taxed at an even higher percentage. So not all of your income is taxed at the same. It's just these little brackets of income are taxed at different percentages. This is our federal tax revenue, so it's where our money comes from that the government can spend. So, as you can see, it's got nice little labels of everything, and it's controlled by fiscal policy, which is the government adjusting taxing and spending. Alright, so these are discretionary spending categories, and then it's graphed against the money that we usually spend on them every fiscal year. So discretionary spending is stuff like defense and agriculture, transportation, and education. But the vast majority of what we actually spend our money on is stuff called entitlement programs or non-discretionary spending, which means you can't pick what you do. You can only pick the parameters for the people who get into the entitlement programs like Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. Alright, so part of our discretionary spending is debt interest, which is used to pay back the national debt, which is the accumulation of our deficit from every single year. And the deficit is just the difference between what we brought in and what we spent.
Budgets. So, all budget bills must begin in the House, more specifically the House Ways and Means, which deals with taxes. And the House and Senate appropriations both deal with the spending of the money. Gross domestic product. It's the total dollar value of the goods and services produced, aka the size of the economy.